Good afternoon, my awesome kinders, first graders, and second graders. I would like to welcome you guys to another beautiful day of story time with myself. I am Mr. Jamal. I hope you guys are ready for an exciting new story that I am about to tell you. A story about being a little different and how being different can sometimes be the most amazing thing. So if you're feeling out of place, not to worry. Today we're going to explore that and invite you to the story of the Ebony Duckling, a Hans Christian Andersen story. Now, first, if you hear me clap once, if you hear me clap twice, if you hear me clap 0 times. Okay. At the edge of a pond in a farmyard, a mother duck sat on her nest. Many days passed. Then at last one day came sound of a cracking eggshells and little peeps. A shell cracked open, and there sat a cute fuzzy little golden duckling. Quack, it said. Then a second little duckling popped out of its shell. Quack, it said. Handsome children, said the father duck, fluffing up his chest feathers. Look at the beautiful family. The third egg took a little longer, but at last it cracked open, and there sat an ebony looking little fellow. Honk, he said. Oh my, said Mother Duck. Oh no, said Father Duck. I think maybe a turkey egg got in our nest by mistake. That is too different to be a duck. Now, although he was brand new, the ebony duckling could tell that this was not a good beginning. Maybe a big crow, mumbled Father Duck. Or a penguin? He waddled off, quacking to himself. Time for a swim, said Mother Duck. All 3 of you into the water. The ebony duckling loved the water. He paddled and splashed and swam in circles and tried to impress the mother duck, but she ignored him and gave all her attention to the other ducklings. Go find another mother, said one little duck. Go live with the turkeys, said other little ducks. They nagged and splashed and squirted water on him until he climbed out of the pond. Not a good beginning so far for our little friend. The ebony duckling wandered off into the farmyard. He saw a mother goose with 2 little goslings. Say, he said to the goose, I don't guess you would maybe like to have an extra leftover kid. You? Said the goose. Oh my, no, my family is large enough. Please go away. So the ebony duckling sadly trudged on. Because he was looking down at his floppy feet, he bumped into a big turkey. Watch where you are going, little guy, squawked the turkey. Sorry, sir, said the ebony duckling. Say, do you need a new kid? Am I maybe a turkey? Listen, son, be thankful you are not a turkey. We don't last long around the farm. Every holiday, one of us just disappears. Take my advice and go live in the woods. The turkey said this with a big grouch. So he waddled under the fence and trudged off into the woods. Before long, he saw a handsome pheasant hiding under a bush. Hi, he said in his squawky voice. Did you lose a kid? Am I? Shh, hissed the pheasant. Hunters, dogs, they will hear you. The pheasant was hiding from the hunters. Blam! The blast of a hunter's rifle went off, and it scared the pheasant, and it flew away. "I'm out of here," he said, and flapped deeper into the bushes. "Well," said the ebony duckling, "I guess I do not want to be that kind of a bird." Suddenly he heard something crashing through the weeds. It was coming right towards him. What's going to happen next? Will the ebony duckling escape the hunters? Will he make it to his family? Let's find out. We tried to hide in the tall grass. Then right above him, a big old hound dog poked his head through the weeds and looked around. The ebony duckling was too scared to wiggle even a feather. At last, the hunter called the dog and he trotted away. "I sure could use a mommy about now," whimpered the little duck. "This is no fun." He's not having any fun. At the edge of a woods, he saw a beautiful house with trees and ponds and flowers. He looked through the gate and saw all kinds of colorful birds. "We do not allow beggars around here, so be off," said the peacock. "But I need somewhere to live," said the ebony duckling. "Surely there is room for me in this big place." "No," said the peacock. "The master of this mansion only keeps the most beautiful birds. You don't qualify, so be off." "I'm going," said the little duck. "I guess I would not like living here anyway." Our poor little friend is sad. What will happen? The ebony duckling wandered back into the woods. He got hooted at by an owl, burped at by a bullfrog, and chased by a fox. He ran lippity-split into a hollow log, and the fox tried to crawl in after him. Seems our little friend just keeps running into trouble after trouble. But the fox called until his head got stuck in, and he stopped the chase right there. And then the little duck said, "I don't think I'm having fun. Well, I only have one place to go." So he went back to the pond, to his old nest. He gathered up pieces of his eggshell. Then he tried to put it all together so he could crawl back in. He's trying to crawl into his shell. But it just didn't work. The shell kept falling apart. Then a kind voice said, "Hello, little swan. Are you having trouble?" The ebony duckling looked up to see an elegant bird with a long, graceful neck and welcoming wings. "Swan?" he said. "Me? Is this a joke?" The mother swan put a comforting wing around him. "It is no joke. If you are alone, you can be another one of my children. Meet your new brother and sister." And two baby swans gave him a warm welcome greeting. Isn't that a beautiful swan? Then the new swan family took a gliding swim around the pond. The little swan knew he was no longer a lonely duckling. "Now I'm having fun," he said, and he nodded his head politely at his old duck family. They felt a little foolish not to have recognized this young prince around them. "But why am I ebony?" he asked his new mother. "Ebony swans are precious and very, very rare," she said. "When you grow up, you will be the most beautiful bird in the farm." And indeed, he was the most beautiful bird and swan of all. Until next time, boys and girls.